Währenddessen im Thron der göttlichen Vorsehung geht das Gespräch weiter.
We can head out now. I would like to visit a few places from my memories, enjoy a glass of wine, and reminisce about the good times.
Have you mistaken yourself for a tourist?
I would make a wonderful tourist. Lower your guard, young man. I have already surrendered myself to the Alliance, and I will keep my word. Besides, your general has already agreed to my request. Imbibitor Lunae, you must accompany me. I won't take no for an answer. Regardless of whether you're still interested in your previous life, accepting my letter means that you've accepted my invitation.
Lead the way.
Where should we start? Should we go to Stargazer Navalia first, or to the Artisanship Commission? So many memories are swirling inside my head. I can't get a grasp on any of them. When the people of the Xianzhou live to be more than 1,000 years old, each day is like carrying the weight of a mountain through an interminable maze.
How hard is it to choose a destination? We're going to Stargazer Navalia. Problem solved.
The young are the antidote. Stargazer Navalia it is.
Gut, der erste Halt auf ihrer Erinnerungssuche ist also der Sternhafen. Das ging jetzt auch wieder schnell.
If it's star skiffs you wanted to see, we could have headed to the Jade Gate. Why did we come all the way here?
Young man, have you ever heard of Bai Hung, the Foxian pilot?
Bai Hung. I think I've seen that name somewhere before.
Bai Hung. Der Name ist dir fremd und erweckt keinerlei Gefühle. Doch unerklärlicherweise vernimmst du eine Stimme.
Let the noble High Elder drown the enemies in rain. We just need a watch from the sky, I presume?
Imbibitor Lunae, if memories are returning to you, share them.
Ich glaube, das ist jetzt ihr Ziel hier bei dieser ganzen Abenteurermission. Sie will die Erinnerung von Imbibitor Lunae erwecken. Naja, es sind nur vage Erinnerungsfetzen, die wir jetzt haben.
I think she was one of Imbibitor Lunae's comrades.
She was a comrade and friend to both Imbibitor Lunae and all of us. Well, that's all in the past now. The reason we came to Stargazer Navalia is because I wanted to pay tribute to her here.
Huh? You mean the Foxian soul-soothing ceremony?
Yes, the sending off of a star skiff. It represents the voyage of the deceased into the stars. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I never had the chance to bid farewell to her. It is something I have regretted to this day. As for procuring a star skiff, I know they can be manufactured here, but I know nothing of the process.
I see. Follow me. I don't know anything about manufacturing star skiffs either. But getting these careful. There's still Stellaron spirits lurking around.
No need to worry about the two of us.
Tja, dann können wir jetzt mal Jing Liu ausprobieren.
Stand down.
Too late to repent.
Dürfte, wie es aussieht, beim besten Willen kein Problem sein.
I have something for you. You won't get away.
Perhaps humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Unworthy. Blade of Moonlight.
Tja, das war doch schon mal nicht schlecht gewesen, muss ich zugeben. Sie wäre sicherlich auch sowieso auch ein guter Charakter fürs Team geworden.
Just a little something.
Hätten wir jetzt nur damals Glück gehabt bei der Ziehung.
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision.
Aber gut, ich bin mir sowieso sicher, irgendwann im nächsten Jahr wird es sicherlich eine Möglichkeit geben, Jing Liu nochmal zu ziehen.
Now,
Oder besser gesagt, versuchen zu ziehen.
ready for death.
Man muss schon sagen, die Gegner jetzt hier sind wirklich erst um einiges
There's
stärker.
still Stellaron spirits lurking around.
No need to worry about the two of us. The moon shines on the truth. Tedious. Blade of Moonlight.
You won't get away.
Too late to repent.
Also das nenne ich doch jetzt auch schon mal ein beeindruckender Moduswechsel.
Is but a vision.
Vielleicht sollten wir aber jetzt auch mal ihren Ultimate mal ausprobieren. Ist ja auch eine Ausdehnungsgeschichte.
In lunar flame.
Also genial sah das auf jeden Fall ja schon mal aus, muss man sagen.
Nowhere to run.
Fighting is meaningless.
Tja, das war schon mal beeindruckend.
We've arrived. All ship production in Stargazer Navalia starts here. Just enter the command into the device. The vessel used to cultivate starskiff seeds will be activated, and a ship will appear in the skyport soon after. I remember now. I've seen Bai Hung's name in books before.
You like to read? I couldn't tell.
Hey, I don't read much, but the General forced me to finish a bunch of ancient volumes during my training. I remember one called Views of the Universe from a Star Skiff. The author's name was Bai Hung.
That's right. Bai Hung was the one who wrote that travelogue.
It was actually really interesting. 90% of it was about starskiff crashes on different worlds and dangerous situations. It also had records of local species and ecosystems. I remember thinking, how could an ace pilot crash land her starskiff so many times? Then I realized that every time, she made the best of the situation and got back alive. Her luck really was out of this world.
Indeed. Her luck always astonished us. Whenever she piloted a mission, you could almost guarantee a narrow escape from the jaws of some abundance behemoth, or a miraculous return from behind enemy lines. Very few starskiffs she piloted were able to return to port in one piece. The folks at the Skyfaring Commission secretly referred to her as the Star Skiff Killer. She also possessed an uncanny ability to predict future events, inauspicious ones at least. Every ill omen that came out of her mouth would sure enough come true. Very few Cloud Knights had the courage to accompany her on missions. However, when it came to surviving, her fortunes were incredible. Even in the worst situations imaginable, she was always able to turn the tide. Luck is a type of strength, after all. I hope that this ship, built for the Star Skiff Killer, will also be able to return to the stars.
Es dauert nicht lange, bis das Fließband für die Sternskiffe,
That'll do it.
naja,
The
lief.
Starskiff assembly line has been activated. The Starskiff will take shape and enter the skyport. Let's go wait for it there. It won't be long.
Thank you, young man.
Nun ja, zu unserem Glück sind jetzt hier auch keine weiteren Stellaron-Geister.
See, the Starskiff is complete.
After being away from the Luofu for so long, I can finally say farewell to you.
So, what happened to Baihung in the end?
In the end, I do not think the details are necessary. We are here today to commemorate her. Imbibitor Lunae, do you still remember the battle against Shuhu?
Naja, machen wir jetzt mal das erste. Es war eine blutige Schlacht mit den Wesen des
The
Überflusses.
Abundance Emanator, Shu Hu, rallied a great army and attacked the Alliance. I read about it in the Shackling prison.
You seem to be interested in learning about your past life. Still, all of that was erased. After Shuhu attacked the borders, he disappeared without a trace. There are no records of his remains either. Let me refresh your memory. During that battle, Baihung, being the headstrong girl that she was, managed to exhaust the luck that was bestowed upon her by the Rainbow Arbiter. She charged ahead and shattered the enemy's defenses, allowing the Xianzhou soldiers to break through Shuhu's sanguinary abyss and awaken you from your dragon's delirium. She was not able to walk out of that fight. We all shoulder a debt that we will never be able to repay. For the Cloud Knights, giving up one's life on the battlefield is an honor. But that wasn't something you believed in, Imbibitor Lunae. You couldn't accept that Baihung was gone. Instead of leaving her to eternal rest, you decided to... You made a mistake that can never be undone. There is no need to respond, Imbibitor Lunae. Your answer is no longer important. And now, I will send off this Starskiff.
Okay, diese ganze Reise soll, er sagt, wirklich dazu dienen, die Erinnerung von Imbibitor Lunae zu erwecken, oder besser gesagt wieder hervorzukramen, und natürlich auch dann Hank zu erklären, was er sagt, Dunfangs großes Verbrechen dann wohl war. Gehe ich jetzt mal einfach davon aus.
Bai Hung, I've brought your flagon. This was a gift handmade by him, though he never got the chance to give it to you in person. I'm sorry it took so long for me to find it. Only by bringing it to you will my nightmares be calmed. I will fulfill what you asked of me. I will keep my word, even if it requires me to cut down the stars in the sky.
Wie gut, dass jedes dieser Schiffe Autopilot hat.
Let's go. The Artisanship Commission is next.
Tja, die Kunsthandwerkskommission, wo legendäre Waffen geschmiedet wurden und wo eine legendäre Waffe in Blades Besitz ja ist. Das kommt sicherlich jetzt auch heraus. Dass diese Waffe auch ein des Wolkenquintetts gehörte.
Since the Arbor's resurrection, the land has been crawling with abominations. Even the Artisanship Commission's prized creation furnace is hanging on by a thread.
Andererseits hatte er ja ebenfalls das Ganze gesagt, von 3 von 5 müssen bezahlen.
The crisis happened too suddenly. All the craftsmen and apprentices fled. Only a single master craftsman was left to hold the line until reinforcements arrived. That's how the creation furnace was saved.
Naja.
Interesting. Stubborn beyond valuing his own life. That reminds me of an extremely arrogant acquaintance. If he were to see the chaos of the Artisanship Commission today, he would burst into laughter at the Xianzhou's incompetence.
What's that supposed to mean? What's wrong with saving your own life and waiting for the Cloud Knights to arrive?
And yet where were the Cloud Knights when danger was at the door? From what I heard, it was a group of Outworlders that came to the rescue.
The Luofu's delves are big places. Besides, some of the troops were deployed to the Yao Qing's campaign. The Cloud Knights were spread thin. It was impossible to guard everywhere at once.
Young man, why don't we continue our previous contest? Show me whether the sword techniques you are so proud of have improved.
You just want me to do all the work. You think I'm gonna grant endless requests for a criminal?
You go on ahead this time. We'll meet up at the creation furnace.
Why did you send him away?
It is of no importance. But you and I haven't had a decent contest in ages.
I don't plan on fighting.
I'm not asking you to point your spear at me. Even after your rebirth, your moves and techniques haven't changed one bit.
When I move, it's like
you never forgot. Unworthy. All will be revealed. In lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
Also ernsthaft, sie ist wirklich eine heftige Kämpferin.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Muss man einfach sagen.
don't worry about me.
You won't get away. The truth of life in the sanctuary is but a vision.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
Wäre sicherlich interessant geworden, hätten wir sie jetzt
Too late to repent.
Vielleicht zu Anfang unseres Star Rail Abenteuers gekriegt.
Come on already. What took you so long this time?
Ein kleines Gespräch unter alten
Don't
Freunden.
get anxious, Imbibitor Lunae. We have all the time in the world.
Mehr oder weniger.
The truth. This spear still recognizes you as its master. Imbibitor Lunae. Do you know who crafted it for you?
It's been with me ever since my exile. I don't remember when I started wielding it.
In lunar flame.
Fighting is meaningless.
Naughty child.
Try harder.
Mortality means forever.
Ready for death.
You won't get away. That'll take more than medicine. That's better.
Save it for your own skin.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Don't worry about me.
Barely felt it.
A miracle.
I've no interest in conflict.
Try harder. All will be revealed.
In lunar flame.
You won't get away.
Okay, im Allgemeinen mögen die zwar jetzt stärker sein als die übrigen Gegner von uns.
The truth of life and death. With the
Aber mit der Hilfe von
But the
Jing
vision-
Liu kriegen wir das Ganze hier ziemlich gut gebacken.
Save it for your own skin.
Perhaps you
Muss
still
man ja
never
einfach so
conceals
sagen.
its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
That's better.
Secret of the saints.
Stand down.
Fighting is meaningless.
You won't get away. That'll take more than medicine.
Save it for your own skin.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Save it for your own skin. Tedious. Later moonlight. All will be revealed.
In lunar flame.
Merciful Medicus. Immortality.
Tja, war wirklich nicht schlecht.
You can continue to convince yourself that you are merely the reincarnation of Dan Feng and have nothing to do with his sins. And you can keep insisting that you have forgotten everything. But you cannot run from combat, Dan Heng. Your spearmanship is identical to Imbibitor Lunae's.
Obwohl er natürlich im Kampf kein Speer eingesetzt hat. Das hätten wir ja gesehen. Er hatte höchstens, er sagt, die Kugel aus dem Speer im Kampf eingesetzt. Das war's wohl eher, aber den Speer an sich hat er nicht eingesetzt gehabt. Oder der Speer kann sie, er sagt, einfach an diese Kugel transformieren. Könnte natürlich auch sein.
Combat is like smelting, purging the impurities with burning flames and exposing a person's true nature. Those are the words of the one who made Cloudpiercer for you. Do you remember? Out of all of us, you were the closest to him. It was strange, really, To see someone so arrogant get along with someone so proud.
Jing Sing. In deinen Träumen siehst du einen Mann mit verschwommenem Gesicht. Arrogant und respektlos steht er vor einem Waffenständer, auf dem der Wolkendurchdringer liegt.
This spear is sharp enough to pierce dragon scales. Be careful, High Elder, lest you hurt yourself with it.
Yingxing.
You still remember his name. When he was but a child, he swore to take revenge on the abominations. That's what drove him to travel across the stars to the Xianzhou to receive training. When I first met him, he wasn't even as tall as my sword. But he was boasting about mastering all the crafts of the Artisanship Commission by the time he was 100 years old. The little brat was no less arrogant than the High Elder. At first, I wasn't too fond of his defiant nature. But when we met again, he was able to craft weapons that astonished the master craftsman. He even snatched the Artisanship Commission title of Furnace Master. Unfortunately, the Alliance would never allow a short-life species to run the Artisanship Commission. He was only able to prove his worth alongside us outcasts in the end.
Ja, das ist wirklich, wie gesagt, eine Zusammensetzung der Vergangenheit dann Hanks. Wenn man es ja genau nennt.
You didn't go easy just so I would get here first, did you?
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply couldn't keep up with you.
So, are we here to commemorate your short-life species friend?
Eavesdropping is a bad habit. Besides, when did I ever say he was no longer in this world?
Even the cryocapsules wouldn't be able to extend the life expectancy of a short-life species for long. If he is still alive, he must be ancient.
Oder er ist ein Geist. Und lebt im Ofen weiter, das kann auch sein. Er ist zu einem Langlebigen geworden?
He transformed into a long-life species?
Correct. Such are the twists of destiny. Some people are born with unparalleled foresight and exceptional intelligence, but make the most ill-advised choices at destiny's crossroads. As smart as he was, he made the foolish attempt to use the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to aid Imbibitor Lunae in resurrecting his deceased companion. His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with immortality. His soul was shattered and became the evil that he hated most. The irony.
For an old friend, you don't seem to have that much pity.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count?
Eine zweite Chance?
What did you do to him?
He should have been eternally jailed in the shackling prison for his crimes. But I gave him a different kind of freedom. I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. I let him die 100 deaths to remind him of the karma of his previous life. Afterward, I heard he was reborn and even gave himself a name. We've idled too long. Let's head to the Alchemy Commission.
Wer das denn jetzt wohl ist. Währenddessen in der Regenhalle der Drachenaussicht der Schuppenclan. Das Gespräch zwischen Luocha und Jing Quan geht weiter.
As a follower of the Rainbow Arbiter, you have witnessed the catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General. Living beings turning into undying monsters, eventually used as sacrifices to the abundance. What do you think should be done to put an end to it, General?
The Alliance follows the Rainbow Arbiter's edict to continue ridding the world of evil, so that one day Yaoshi might be vanquished and the cycle of life and death restored.
Under the auspices of the Rainbow Arbiter, the faithful Cloud Knights continue the hunt. Their devotion and sacrifices are indeed commendable, but their devotedness has made them close-minded. Take me, for example. My powers originate from the Abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance. The Hunt is not the only faction in the universe that wants Yaoshi dead. It is natural for short-life species to yearn for immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. To want to eliminate these thoughts would be equivalent to killing an eon. Such a goal is so impossible as to be laughable, to be honest. So, in order to sever Yaoshi's curse, one must look to the source for a different solution. Your master happened upon a revelation and returned from the Mara. She has traveled many worlds and discovered a solution.
I'm listening.
I apologize, General. I'm afraid the next move will have to be made on the Shu Ling.
As I expected. Your surrender is just the next step in your scheme. You wish to avail yourself of the Ten Lords' decree to enter Shu Ling and stand before the 6 generals, even the Marshal. That is your true agenda. And the purpose of the contents of your coffin.
General, you said it yourself. This is beyond your control. It is the law of the Alliance. We cannot deviate from it.
Splendid, well done. This was a spectacular move.
You've changed, Jing Yuan. The man I knew would never have admitted he was bested.